Yeah.
is when I know it's coming and I still can't do anything. But here we are on Circuit Breaker, as the lovely Finn mentioned. And would you take us in, Finn, for this top right-hand corner player?
Actually, I think you should.
It's the green Protoss player, Franscar, from BFFFFF.
And at the bottom left, our Korean Zerg player from Dust, also every other freaking team. It's Mamuri.
Currently, he does play for Dust Gaming. I think Arthur was on there for a little while too, but we have a lot of very good players on Dust recently, and a lot of players that have been playing in online tournaments for Dust, especially from Korea.
So anyway, the map is Circuit Breaker. It's kind of has a little bit of a similar layout to Cherry Castle, with the pretty easy to take mineral onlys, although just a little bit different. And of course, the overall layout, or the like ramps and stuff, is a little bit different, but still, in terms of expansions, pretty similar.
The ramps in Starbo are always really trippy for me.
Yeah.
They're all over the place doing crazy, crazy things. Scout from Franscar, he will be doing a Forge Fast expand, I believe, off the back of this. Forge just finished, and Scout from Franscar, just making sure everything's doing a normally. Mamuri does go for a pool first, actually, and may be able to force some pressure, or do some pressure off the back of this. It is cross spawns, so won't have the quickest scout of his opponent, but still, maybe he'll do something.
Just out of curiosity, what do these signs say?
Where? Let me go to your view. Burger Town?
Really?
Where freedom fries? Burger Town where freedom fries.
Weird. For some reason, I have the like the voices and stuff in Korean, but the text in English. But for some reason, signs are in Korean. Though it does say,
It's funny.
though it does say Burger Town, like literally Burger Town. Anyway.
Yep, it says Burger Town where freedom fries. That is it.
Burger Town, Jayun something something or other. I actually don't speak Korean.
That was just a random word. Oh, this probe, actually, these Lings desperately are trying to catch up with this probe, stopping it, but the Lings do not have Ling shoes, or Ling speed, whatever you wish to call it. And Franscar is going to be able to scout that beautifully. He does scout it, says, oh, ooh, early third from you. Franscar did show that he can do that 2-gate, as we saw in the third game of the last series. Maybe it was the second game. One of the games he showed that he can open that aggressive way, and I believe for Mamuri, he's got to be careful about this. Mamuri, I think this is his first scout of opponent. Yes, it will be his first scout moving in.
And this top base that Mamuri's taking, I don't know if it's like a normal thing, but for some reason, the only other Zerg I've seen take an expansion like this is Arctic Hydra. And if you guys don't know who Arctic Hydra is, he's, I'd say, one of the best Star Road players who plays consistently, who doesn't go into tournaments. Finally, we see small drone transfer.
A small drone transfer, just making it actually worth it. And now we see one Zealot move to the top left. 4 more Lings are on the way, and Metabolic Boost is going to be done. Just a couple seconds here, and that Zealot will have to kind of run on home once that happens. There we go.
Not seeing any micro from... There we go. Now we see some micro from already, but he's just kind of A-moving his Lings there. He could have been a little more cost-effective, but not that big a deal. Overall, it was cost-efficient.
Definitely could have pulled back a couple Lings there and not lost that one, but still, Mamuri's got himself in a phenomenal position. The Lings are going to dive into the main base. Probes are being pulled, but actually only catch one Ling right there. Now the main base is potentially
going to lose some workers. Not good for Franscar.
Especially not good when they have a Ling speed, and the probes are desperately trying to fight 1-for-1 with these Lings. And honestly, they've done a decent job, but these Lings are going to annoy Franscar and really hold him back for a while. 4 kills so far Mamuri has attained.
Yeah, definitely doing quite a bit more than Glaive did in terms of actual damage. He hasn't really delayed a whole lot of mining, though.
Hasn't delayed too much, but he has done a slight bit of damage. At least he's keeping the Zealot of Franscar back in his main base, keeping everything back. 8 more Lings on the way. And for now, Mamuri just buying time to do a 3-base fire play, which I think will be very good. The Corsair is out, though. Actually, no. Sorry, not a Corsair. What am I talking about? Is the Corsair out? I swear.
Yeah, there's a Corsair out. I would like to point out, though, Franscar missed 2 pylons, actually, because he was so distracted by these Lings. So they actually did a lot more than we might have seen just by looking at them, obviously. Corsairs... Oh, only 1 Corsair. Doing quite a bit of damage for only being 1 Corsair, of course.
So far, that Corsair does pick up 2 kills. Mamuri should be safe from it now. He's got the Queen. Actually, does the Queen, even with its a bit enraged, hit air, can attack ground units? No, it doesn't. Never mind.
No. Oh, that Corsair sound.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Hydra Den, at least the Corsairs do spot these Hydra Den nicely placed for Mamuri. Probably does want to take the main base of that top base a little bit farther along in the game. Hydra's Den is on the way, though, as you saw, and so far it's actually going to be a total of 4, what is it, like 5 hatches? Yeah, a total of 5 hatches for Mamuri. He will be going heavy Spire. Actually, did he even pump out Mutas? No, he didn't.
He's... I think we're just going to see...
Hydras.
Yeah, 5 hatches.
Doesn't even want to try. Get out some Scourges, doesn't even want to try to go against these Corsairs, and the Corsairs have to be super careful engaging these Scourges. 2 Spore Crawlers do go up at that main base, sorry, the 3rd base of Mamuri, but still the Overlords, there's always got to be careful.
Not sure what the chat's talking about, just complete nonsense. But anyway, Scourge tried to do a little bit, but does finally get 1 Corsair. And apparently, Franscar actually is still wanting to commit to these Corsairs. It's a little bit surprising. Overall, worker counts pretty even, a little bit in favor of Franscar. But of course, Mamuri has this 3rd base.
Mamuri not only has that 3rd base, but as I was saying, has 5 hatch production. I think it's currently 5 hatches out on the map at the moment. That is 4 hatches. Yeah, 4 hatches in 1 layer, so 5 hatches at the moment. And Mamuri's got to be careful because he is accumulating some Hydras, but he has a decent amount of Hydras out. Lurker Den is a couple seconds away, and he's got to wait a few seconds to start morphing in Lurkers. And there's Lurkers being morphed into the top left-hand base for the defense. We see a decent amount of Zealots. That is 5 Zealots looking to do some damage. These are completely unupgraded. They'll have +1 when they hit, but not quite Ling speed to be able to engage quickly into those Lurkers.
Franscar tries to poke in, sees 2 spines, he's like, nah, I don't think so. Ling's... No, there's an Archon there. I was gonna say he could move in, but... It looks like Franscar was trying to take that 3rd base, but Lings were like, nope, that ain't happening.
Especially with the Archon there, which will decimate any Ling pressure against Zealot Archon. I mean, you don't even want to try to go mass Ling versus that. Yeah. See, 6 more Scourges on the way to try to remove some of these Corsairs, and just the Corsairs are so dang powerful here. Lurkers are done, or at least 1 or 2 of them in the top base, just for defense. And I'm wondering if members are going to try to hold out for something, wait for his upgrades, or keep putting on aggression, because with these like Lurker Hydra, he's kind of just holding back for a while, waiting to take the engagement, or maybe he just knows, you know what? Once the Corsairs move in, I kill them. Your Zealot Archon is just going to fall to pieces.
Yeah, actually, with no observers... Oh, Franscar cannot push into that. No, not at all. 2 more Overlords going down, of course. I mean, Spore Crawlers are good, but not that good. He will see this base at the top left, though. But it was kind of an inevitability that he would end up taking that base. Just because it is so safe. Corsairs looking for more Overlords.
It is very safe. These Corsairs still just kill whatever they need to do up here. And actually, I'm just going to kill... Oh, wow. You got to be really careful about these Overlords. These Overlords, do they have Overlord speed? Overlord speed is upgraded for Mamuri, so he will have that. But still, the Corsairs are just really hurting him and not allowing him to be as aggressive as he may like, or at least pump out enough units. He's got to keep making Overlords. You see Hive coming down in the main, and Mamuri's played a surprisingly passive game, even though after that early aggression.
Yeah, Earlier, I was kind of criticizing Franscar for making so many Corsairs, and then he proved me wrong, and is getting all sorts of cost efficiency from them. And while we did see High Templar, he's only making Archons out of them, except for this guy right here.
You got that one High Templar ready, saving up the one Hero Storm if he needs it against these Lings. And sadly, Lings don't quite clump up like they do in normal StarCraft, or just in StarCraft. So Storm's good, but not super good versus them.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Lings actually engage into these Zealots. These Zealots do have speed. I believe they can catch up a little bit quicker with the Dragoons and Archons. Man, those Lings have to be super careful. Lurkers are there at Mamuri's base, and is there any detection at the moment for Franscar? I don't really think so.
There's one observer, but he's...
Oh yeah, there is one observer. Yeah.
He needs to be careful with it.
Especially since there's two Spore Crawlers at Mamuri's left-hand side base in the top left. Mamuri, by the way, as you did mention, Finn, is taking the top left base too, so he's just got a phenomenal economy currently. 53 workers to 50, yeah, but he literally has double the income of, or not double, about 75% more.
Man, oh, you never want to fight Lings with really any kind of workers, but especially probes. So fragile. And man, Gateway Explosion. Holy crap.
Franscar looking to put on some more pressure. He's been doing a lot of damage to the Corsairs, but has never really been able to actually just take a full-on battle, especially against those Lurkers. He's got to be careful, and Mamuri, he just looks so solid with these Lurkers. I don't know any way you're going to actually penetrate this, and we'll see if they can go down. There's the Lurker shots going down to the Zealots immediately. They run out of here. Mamuri is pretty much, I don't even want to say technically turtling up. He is turtling up, but you don't often don't do that as Zerg. You just kind of, he's in a phenomenal position. You're just gonna sit back, wait until he's maxed out, and then go slap his opponent in the face.
Ooh, Franscar being a little sloppy with his Corsairs. Loses one, almost lost the second one, in fact. Pretty decent sized army. It's kind of weird in Starbow because the units don't clump up so much. They look so massive on the mini map. But anyway,
they do look massive. I just moved into the beautiful Storm. Will actually get three.
Two good Storms.
Two Hydras. Two good, very Storms. More Hunters are coming in.
Oh, not
aggressive. Hydras focus them down, and one goes down, but the rest of this army is cleaned up, and Franscar holds this base, but so far, he has lost 20 workers, which is never good. And now the bottom right-hand base. Oh, I thought there was like a sneaky nether base by Mamuri, and I was like, what video game is this? I'm just gonna take all the corners.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Top Level TV in the chat for saying that dang Zerglings are serial assassins these days, which is absolutely true. It was a little drop in this base, but overall not going to do that much damage. However, there's a pretty decent Storm, but man, Franscar lost a lot there.
The Archons, though, engaging how they are really just destroying these Lings. The Lings do allow the Archons to at least focus them down so the Hydras can get their DPS down. And Archons, for now, are on the retreat here. They only have 10 health, so once the shields go down, they will be mincemeat. At least this army does retreat onto the 2 cannons, or 3 cannons, but really it's only a couple Dragoons here. Beautiful Storm, and now there's going to be another counterattack, or at least maybe even a surround on this third base. Doesn't look like it for now. The Scourges are here to get rid of the Corsairs.
How are the Storms going to be? Ooh, really good Storms, but man, this army is just so big. He will eventually clean it up, but that was such a good trade for Mamuri.
Very good trade from Mamuri. I'd like to see him a little bit more aggressive with these Lurkers, but keeping them at home, especially with 1-1, you can't be touched. You let your opponent kind of be aggressive out on the map, wait for your opportunity, and then hit him, but because of this is going into longer game, Franscar's on his 4th base, getting that up. Currently upgrade-wise, Franscar's at 2-0, just about to have 2-1, which will help him. But we are seeing actually +3 melee for Mamuri, and he's just going to keep flooding Lings until his opponent fails. A very nice bank as you see in the top right-hand corner, but desperately Mamuri is Overlord blocked, and he's got 8 Overlords on the way.
Yeah, army does come in for Mamuri. I think he might need to back out. Yeah, there he does. He's actually... I mean, it's kind of weird because armies are being traded, but that's pretty much all they can do. No one can really kill the other player, you know?
Yeah, that's a very awkward situation here. I feel like Mamuri's just kind of testing the waters in some of these situations, but does try to go for attack down here, but man, you cannot engage on that choke point into that many cannons. loses just about everything. And for now, more Lings are heading across the aggro with this one Hydra man. Oh, gives himself for the Overmind. As I was saying though, Franscar cannot touch Mamuri aggressively. The same both, but now, okay, here are the aggressive lurkers being warped in. Hopefully we'll hit that third base soon and do damage. And now, oh man, the main army of Franscar is just about to move into this lurker field. Oh, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, definitely doesn't want to engage that. And most of the lurkers are, you know, spaced out pretty well, but of course these three... Oh, he storms the Observer! Oh! That is no bueno. Oh, he does have another one. He's like, no, bro, I got you. Oh, here comes the army.
In the chat that these are cracklings right here. Beautiful storms do force the lurkers to pick up and move back, and they're not falling back onto other lurkers, so a little bit careful right here. But Zealot speed will allow them to get closer with the spores, though. This Observer has to be so dang careful. Lurkers going down.
Oh, that storm!
Yep, I think right now Franscar is going to break this base desperately. All the Lings are falling back in the lurkers. That they did snipe the third base of Franscar while all this happened, but now they're going to have to defend their home, and the main base is looking awfully open.
Look for Mamuri, there's only one more storm. So, oh my god. I mean, I don't know, the main base might go down.
I mean, this is all the tech right here. This is actually not where the Hydra Den is, but the Defiler Mound, Spire, Spawning Pool, and the Hive. Everything important is right here, and Mamuri cannot afford to lose this. Where the lurkers, very nice positions. There is the TP home, and for now, Franscar. Technically not the teleport home. I guess the calling home.
Rift.
Whatever it's called.
I
don't know what it's called, but yeah.
There's actually no lurker. Well, there's one kind of chilling over here, representing his ideologies.
What?
This guy right here.
Oh, he's got the one lurker. He's got the one protester right there. That guy's like, nope, not doing it unless I'm in a union. Overmind. This is my place right here to be in. Mamuri, the rest of the overlords have much of a different idea about how to do this, and this base has so many cannons. I don't think Mamuri's even worth the fight into it, but he will fight this huge Zealot cloud, and I like not the plagues, the swarms right there, not allowing any of the dragons to actually get damage done, but. With that, High Templar gives his life, but even with that, there's just not that much here for Mamuri. 24 Lings on the way, but the 3-3 Lings, it's getting a little bit dicey if they can actually break through Franscar with his storms.
I'm not sure. Is Franscar just gonna let this base go down? Though he's gonna attack here, and of course that one lurker is like, no! I don't want to fight! Oh, amazing storm on those Lings.
Beautiful storms right on top of the larva of one of the Hydras trying to morph in, but we have 4 Hydras, you can see on the left-hand side, morphing into lurkers, and once they get down, it's going to be devastating.
Burrow! He does.
No observer?
Oh, is he going to go for this round? It looks like it.
This round is real, and the Defilers are here if he does want to do some plagues. Not plagues, actually. Dark Swarms, but for now, Franscar is actually pushed completely back, and by the way, he did lose his third base, and actually, he finally lost the base in the bottom right-hand corner. So, that base does go down, and now Franscar is kind of on the ropes here. Yes, he did a decent amount of damage to Mamuri, but never really killed the base, and just kind of went in, did some damage, then got himself caught there for the teleport back.
Apparently, according to Arctic Hydra, it was a TP scroll. You have to buy it from the Artosis bot.
What?
I don't know, that's what Arctic Hydra was saying.
I can't remember, I was trying to think, is he serious?
He was talking about the Rift.
Yeah, that's the, okay, never mind, I don't know. Oh, these Templars actually...
Templar! Oh!
All of them go down, and a whole bunch of probes right here. If the Hydra, it's only 2 Hydras, it's not enough really Hydras to gun them down, but a lot of Protoss probes right there. This is pretty much the last mining base of Franscar here. His main and natural are completely mined out, and he's got to hold if he wants to survive. Wow, Mamuri is still on pretty much 3 base.
Yeah, Franscar's actually broke. He doesn't really have a whole lot of money, and Templar gets picked off.
GG, there it is.
Wow.
After a long 29-minute game, takes game 1.